This week on eTalk, Carrie explores the dreaded friend zone and what that means. Virginia and Emily shed some light on the most memorable fails of Sochi 2014. We take a look at successful long-distance college relationships, and our fashion expert Kathleen talks to the latest and greatest spring trends fresh off the runway. All that and more, only on eTalk.
Hey everyone, welcome to eTalk, where we bring you everything from LA to Elon. I'm Emily DeVito here with Virginia, Carrie, and Jordan. And before we get started, we have some interesting opinions from our fans on Justin Bieber and what his future holds. Let's take a look.
Well, Justin Bieber's already sold millions and millions of albums, despite my wishes. I'll tell you what, if Justin Bieber moves over to hardcore gangster rap, maybe drop some Slim Shady LP type rap music, I'll be the first one in line to buy a copy. But until he drops the whole fake rugged thing and really gets into the thug life, buys maybe a small project apartment in the projects in maybe downtown New York or something, and really just lives that hardcore lifestyle that he's trying to embody currently, man, I'll tell you what, that is a musical artist that I would love to listen to.
I think that everything that's been happening to Justin Bieber doesn't really affect his image. I personally am not a fan at the moment. I think his partying and subsequent DUI are a little sloppy, but I think so many celebrities have issues like that now, and it only makes them more famous.
All right, so now that we've heard from the fans, where do you guys stand on this topic? Where do you think Justin will Bieber be in the future?
I mean, honestly, who cares? We need to stop giving him so much attention because he's like kind of always in the spotlight. I know he's trying to stay out of it, but like he keeps getting back in it. I just think we need to leave him alone because he loves the attention.
I feel like he's this generation's Aaron Carter. A huge blow up, all the girls loved him for a while, and now no one cares about Aaron Carter anymore. I feel like he's the next one. In 5 years, no one will be talking about it.
Okay, but I feel like Aaron Carter was very innocent. Justin Bieber, number one, he ruined Selena Gomez, who is my favorite little one of the Disney few. And so that was bad. And he's just like throwing eggs at people's houses. I don't remember Aaron Carter doing that. I feel like he just needs to be ignored.
You know what? I honestly think that he's going to make a comeback, and I kind of, this sounds really weird what I'm going to say, but I can see him as like a Kanye figure for the next generation, almost like one of those, I don't really care what the media has to say about me. I'm going to keep really private, and you know, that's that. And still be very successful.
I can see how that could potentially happen. He has Usher on his side. He has Scooter and like his whole big entourage that he rolls with. And I can see, and they took him to whatever, Panama to straighten him up. That could happen.
Panama. What a
but
great
he's
place.
got a long way to go.
Long way to go. I think he's trying to stay low. Another celebrities that have been trying to stay low is Leighton Meister and Adam Brody, who just got married. Did you guys know about that? I was out of the loop. They did a great job kind of covering it up. Their engagement was very private. But what do you guys think? You know, now that the OC and Gossip Girl is over, they're really not that existent anymore. Do you think that's kind of weird how we idolize celebrities so much and then we don't? Like,
you know, I personally think that's a great setup. You know, they have their fame and then we forget about them and allow them to go out and live normal lives. And I think it is sad for someone like Justin Bieber, who isn't allowed to live a normal life. I mean, who now ends up as such a train wreck. I think it's great that Adam and Leighton were able to go off and do their own thing.
Yeah, I definitely think, I always love it when celebrities have these private weddings because I feel like it's truly about the love and not about the paparazzi or being a celebrity. So I think that it's really great that they just are kind of doing their own thing now.
And I have to say, you know, they both have been out of the spotlight for a long time, so they could have taken this moment to capitalize on it and been like, let's sell our pictures to people, let's make everyone look at us, and I'll put my wedding dress online. But you know what, they didn't, and I think that's good, but I also think that, you know what, maybe they should have used it as a publicity stunt because they signed up for this when they said, I want to be an actress. You know,
when you're a celebrity, you kind of have a following. You need to keep that up, and people look to you.
I mean, like, I feel like if you're not doing anything at the moment, you don't really deserve to be followed. We should be talking about people like Beyonce that are actually doing something really cool and not people that aren't in the spotlight.
Right. Well, all right, you know who doesn't deserve to be in the spotlight is everyday ordinary people. And recently, a San Diego mom got very upset and contacted the Today Show because her husband's wife, her ex-husband, his new wife, was posting pictures of her daughter on Facebook. Now, I know we're all college kids. I'm sure we've babysat. We have nieces, nephews, cousins. do you think it's creepy to post pictures of kids who have no identity on the web, on the internet yet, and we're creating this identity for them on Facebook? Or do you think this mom is being too protective?
Okay, I'm gonna go in the middle. I know that's like, I need to take a stance, but I do understand where she's coming from because it is your child, you're like a mama bear, you wanna protect them, and there are some very sketchy people on the internet. But at the same time, it's the internet. You can't really control what everyone does, and you know, once you put your child in someone else's care, you're kind of giving them the okay to not do whatever they want, but you're saying that you trust them, so you should trust their decisions.
See, I'm on the stance where I think she's insane. Like, I think in this day and age, no, I really do. This day and age, everyone's gonna have an online portfolio at some point, and there's no way that you can stop it. And I think if her biological father and his new wife are posting, you know, innocent,
like first day of
harmless
school,
pictures
like
of that girl on Facebook, there's really nothing that the mother can do. I mean, and I think it's not ruining her image by any means. And I'm sure, and Facebook does have privacy settings where, you know, people cannot, just random, you know, pedophiles can't look these girls up. So I feel like it's out of control.
And it's not like these pedophiles are not, like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of an extreme to
But
say
anyone
pedophiles.
can find photos.
Right, they can find
they're online.
But like, I don't know, she's gonna have a million pictures on the internet, but she's never gonna have a Facebook? Like, it's kind of crazy. I think it's creepy if you're babysitting and you're like, oh, I'm gonna upload a picture of a kid I'm babysitting, but if it's your own child or your stepdaughter, you have the right to post a picture.
Right. Well, speaking of different image, Mattel's Barbie has really changed her image around. They're starting out this new marketing campaign called #Unapologetic. And their most recent ad is Barbie posing in a swimsuit that ran in the swimsuit Sports Illustrated edition. What do you guys think about that and the message that now Barbie is sending to little girls?
What do you think?
Okay, I'm sorry. When I read the story, it just really got my blood boiling because I just think that Barbie just represents a really unrealistic expectation for young girls. I was looking at an article and someone did research on what Barbie would look like in real life. And if she was a real life person, she would be so skinny that she wouldn't even be able to hold her vital organs. So I mean, to say unapologetic, I know they're trying to be like, oh, be okay with who you are. But I feel like it's kind of like, we don't care that we're pushing this unrealistic expectation on young people.
I think the theme's like kind of extreme. Like unapologetic, that can go anywhere. That can be like, oh, I'm not sorry that I'm like wearing a bikini. But she could have been wearing a bikini. She's wearing a full piece. So we got to give him that credit. One piece bathing suit.
Not saying that I 100% agree with this, but I have looked this up a lot. And a lot of experts are saying that now they're trying to rebrand Barbie as a Rihanna or a Katy Perry figure because girls who are the age of Barbies look up to Rihanna and look up to Katy Perry. And they're going on stage in bathing suits and they're doing the pinwheels on the breasts and everything. So like that's what little girls, unfortunately, are seeing.
But they're also seeing they're successful artists. They're doing great things.
Yeah,
they're being
sexy. What I have to say is that if you're going to blame Sports Illustrated, then blame every fashion magazine. Because everyone has this image out. And it's not just Sports Illustrated. This just happened to be the 50th anniversary. And Mattel said a response to GMA, and they said the goal of the campaign is to empower fans and to engage and celebrate all that makes them who they are. And you know what, some people just see a bikini and they go, oh my God, my daughter is being exposed to this.
Also, young girls who are playing with Barbies aren't reading Sports Illustrated, so they're not even
Very true, very true. Well, this is definitely a topic where lots of people are kind of, you know, having mixed emotions on. And another one is NBC's Kristen Cooper. She recently did an interview at the Olympics where she interviewed Bodie Miller, whose brother actually just passed away. And she kind of kept pushing for him until he eventually started crying during the interview. A lot of people think that she went too far. Some say that it's her job. What do you guys think?
I personally felt really bad for him. I mean, I don't think it was an appropriate interview setting. He literally was at an event. I understand if you want to have a sit-down interview at the end of the Olympics, talk about the overall thing, what happened throughout the stages, what happened with your brother, etc. But it just wasn't appropriate, and it could have been a good interview question, but I think wrong place, wrong time.
See, I disagree. I think it was such a raw moment, and that's her job. She's there to ask those questions that everyone wants to know, and everyone knew his story, and they wanted to know what's up with his brother. And he even tweeted out later, he said that it was crazy emotional and not at all her fault. You know, it was an emotional time, but she was just doing her job. She was pushing the questions, and I think she was helping him out because I don't think he knew what to say. I think he was so emotional and flustered. I think she wanted to help him form some words, say something. And I think she kind of thought her questions might get him there.
See, I kind of disagree. I think the reporter's role after an event like that, they've come right out of their event, something they've been working for so long, that should be a celebratory moment about that moment. And I think what you
agree.
said,
Right.
a talk show later to talk about that would have been better.
Well, hopefully we'll keep up with the Olympics and everything else will go well. But up next, Jordan will talk to our guests, Courtney and Kathleen, about how to make their long-distance relationships work.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher,